the universe. An immense, mysterious, ever-expanding expanse of space. Hidden within it are countless mysteries, some so unimaginably small that they escape the human eye, others so colossal that they defy the limits of our imagination. Among these extraordinary and terrifying cosmic entities is TON 618. It is not a star, it is not a planet, it is not even an ordinary galaxy. It is a kingdom of darkness, an immense abyss where even light itself cannot escape, a gravitational titan that slows the passage of time, bends the fabric of space, and pushes the known laws of physics to their very limits. When we speak of TON 618, we are not simply talking about another object in space. We are venturing into one of the most extreme and mysterious frontiers of the universe. A place where the boundaries between science and imagination seem to disappear. TON 618 is so incredibly distant that its light has taken more than 18 billion years to reach Earth. In other words, when we observe it today, we are actually looking deep into the universe's ancient past, a time when the cosmos was less than a quarter of its current age. It was an era when newborn galaxies were just beginning to illuminate the darkness, and the first generations of stars were piercing the cosmic night with their light. TON 618 stands as a living witness to that primordial age, still gazing across the cosmos from behind an eternal veil of blazing darkness. I'm Sean, and I'll be your guide on this journey. So, buckle up as we venture into one of the darkest and most fascinating realms of the universe. 1957. While conducting a sky survey at the Tonantzintla Observatory in Mexico, astronomers spotted an incredibly faint, bluish object. It was so dim that they initially believed it to be an ordinary star, but when they later analyzed its light using spectroscopy, the discovery stunned them. That star wasn't a star at all. It was the brilliant core of a distant galaxy, hiding an almost unimaginable source of power at its center, a supermassive black hole with a mass far beyond anything anyone had expected. The object was named TON 618. As scientists continued to study it, they realized this was no ordinary black hole. TON 618 is an extraordinarily powerful quasar, one of the brightest and most energetic objects in the entire universe. A quasar is the intensely luminous core of a distant galaxy, powered by a supermassive black hole that is voraciously consuming vast amounts of matter. As gas, dust, and stellar debris spiral inward, they release staggering amounts of energy, so much that a single quasar can outshine every star in its host galaxy combined. The discovery of TON 618 marked the beginning of a new chapter in astronomy, one that revealed some of the most extreme, mysterious, and awe-inspiring objects ever found in the cosmos. So, what would TON 618 actually look like if we could see it up close? It would appear as a dazzling ring of light surrounding an invisible abyss. But what you're really looking at is a quasar. Imagine an enormous black hole surrounded by gas, dust, and the shattered remains of stars, all spiraling inward at incredible speeds. This material races toward the black hole at a significant fraction of the speed of light. As the particles collide and rub against one another within the accretion disk, friction heats them to temperatures of thousands and, in some regions, even hundreds of thousands of degrees. The result is an astonishing outpouring of energy across the entire electromagnetic spectrum, from radio waves to X-rays and even powerful gamma rays. Its brilliance is so overwhelming that it completely outshines every star in its host galaxy. In fact, TON 618 emits the equivalent light of nearly 100 trillion suns. If this quasar were somehow placed at the center of our own Milky Way, it would appear about 23 times brighter than the full moon in Earth's night sky. Every familiar star, every constellation, and even the glowing band of the Milky Way would fade beneath its blinding radiance. Ironically, none of that light comes from the black hole itself. Black holes emit no light, they trap it. The spectacular glow comes from the superheated accretion disk, where matter caught in the black hole's immense gravitational grip is compressed, accelerated, and heated until it shines with extraordinary intensity. Quasars possess another remarkable feature: relativistic jets. As matter swirls around the black hole, it generates immensely powerful magnetic fields. These fields can channel some of the infalling material away from the black hole's poles, launching it into space at speeds approaching that of light. These colossal jets can stretch for hundreds of thousands of light years across the cosmos. Their power is so immense that they can reshape entire galaxies, heating or expelling the gas needed for new stars to form, suppressing star formation, and ultimately altering the evolutionary path of their host galaxies. Imagine an invisible giant breathing fire across the universe, its endless breath stretching from one edge of the cosmos to the other. The energy carried by these jets is almost beyond comprehension. Every single second, they can release more energy than our sun will produce over the course of its entire lifetime. Now let's journey to the heart of TON 618, where its greatest mystery lies. Just how massive is the black hole at its center? The answer is staggering. Approximately 66 billion solar masses. In other words, this black hole contains the mass of 66 billion suns. For comparison, Sagittarius A times the supermassive black hole at the center of our own Milky Way has a mass of about 4 million suns. That makes TON 618 nearly 16,000 times more massive than the black hole at the center of our galaxy. All of that unimaginable mass is compressed into what physicists call a singularity, a point where density becomes so extreme that the laws of physics as we know them break down. Space and time themselves cease to behave in ways we can describe. Surrounding that singularity is the event horizon, the point of no return. Once anything crosses this invisible boundary, escape becomes impossible. Not matter, not spacecraft, not even light itself. The event horizon of TON 618 has an estimated radius of nearly 400 billion kilometers. To put that into perspective, the entire region from Mercury to Pluto could fit comfortably inside it, and there would still be plenty of room to spare. If TON 618 were somehow placed at the center of our solar system, its event horizon would engulf the Sun, Earth, Jupiter, and every other planet in an instant. Now picture that immense sphere of darkness wrapped in a blazing ring of light, the final glow of matter, before it disappears forever. This is where matter performs its last dance before crossing the point of no return. Once anything passes beyond the event horizon, it is lost to our observable universe forever. There is no known path back. According to Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity, time itself slows down in the presence of extremely strong gravity. Near a black hole as massive as TON 618, this effect becomes extraordinary. If someone could somehow hover just outside its event horizon, a single second for them could correspond to many years passing on Earth. Imagine traveling to TON 618 border spacecraft, spending what feels like only a short time near the black hole, and then returning home. You might have aged only minutes or hours, while generations had come and gone on Earth. To distant observers, the scene would look even stranger. They would see you appear to freeze at the edge of the event horizon, motionless, suspended in time, never quite crossing the boundary. Your image would gradually fade as the light you emit becomes weaker and redder. This isn't science fiction. It's one of the most remarkable predictions of modern physics, and TON 618 represents one of the most extreme environments where these effects would become dramatically apparent. Now imagine standing near TON 618 and looking up at the sky. The universe itself would appear distorted. Light from distant stars and galaxies would bend around the black hole before reaching your eyes, warping the entire heavens into surreal, curved patterns. The event horizon would loom before you as a colossal sphere of absolute darkness, surrounded by a brilliant halo of light. As that light struggles against the black hole's immense gravity, its color would gradually change. Brilliant blue would fade into green, then yellow, then orange, and finally a deep crimson red. This phenomenon is known as gravitational redshift. It would seem as though the black hole were draining every color from the universe, leaving behind only a haunting crimson glow at the edge of eternity. Now the question is, how did a black hole this enormous come to exist? Astronomers believe the first black holes formed when the universe's earliest generation of massive stars reached the end of their lives, or perhaps through the direct collapse of immense clouds of primordial gas. Over millions and eventually billions of years, these black holes grew by consuming everything around them: gas, dust, stars, and even other black holes. But TON 618 presents a profound mystery. How did it become so unimaginably massive so early in the universe's history? No one knows for certain. To grow this quickly, it would have needed an extraordinary supply of fuel, vast reservoirs of gas and matter, far denser than astronomers would normally expect. Another possibility is that it formed directly from the collapse of an enormous primordial gas cloud through a process we still don't fully understand. Some researchers have also proposed that monster black holes like TON 618 may have grown through repeated mergers, where two or more supermassive black holes collided and became one even larger object. Whatever the answer may be, the existence of TON 618 tells us something remarkable. Much of the early history of our universe remains an unsolved mystery. Yet, TON 618 is far more than a terrifying cosmic giant. It is also an extraordinary scientific treasure. Its light has traveled across billions of light years before finally reaching Earth. Along the way, it passes through immense clouds of intergalactic gas, where different chemical elements leave subtle fingerprints in its spectrum. By studying those signatures, astronomers can uncover the chemical composition of the early universe, map the distribution of matter across cosmic space, and better understand how the very first galaxies formed and evolved. In that sense, TON 618 is both a symbol of destruction and a beacon of discovery. It offers us a glimpse into the universe's distant past, revealing how matter was arranged, how the first galaxies emerged, and how light gradually conquered the primordial darkness. It inspires both awe and humility, reminding us of where we came from and just how vast, ancient, and mysterious our universe truly is. When we look toward TON 618, we are reminded of our own place in the cosmos, our planet, our solar system, even the entire Milky Way galaxy are little more than specks of dust compared to this cosmic titan. And yet, from this tiny world, humanity has learned to peer across billions of light years, unraveling some of the greatest mysteries the universe has to offer. Objects like TON 618 represent nature at its most extreme, where gravity, time, light, and matter weave together in a cosmic dance. Unlike anything we experience on Earth, we may never travel there, but we can observe its light, we can measure its influence, and we can understand that it exists. Perhaps that is humanity's greatest strength, our ability to explore places we may never reach, guided only by curiosity and the light that has crossed the universe to find us. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. Somewhere in the distant depths of the cosmos, near the boundary between the constellations Canes Venatici and Coma Berenices, lies TON 618, an endless abyss wrapped in fire, a place where gravity bends space and time to their limits. Invisible to the naked eye, yet unmistakable in its influence, it stands as one of the universe's greatest wonders, waiting to remind us just how much of the cosmos still remains to be discovered. TON 618 is more than just a black hole. It is where science, imagination, and humanity's endless curiosity converge. And from that extraordinary meeting point, our journey begins anew, inviting us to question, to explore, and to marvel at the universe once again. TON 618 is not defined merely by its immense mass or astonishing brightness. It represents a deeper truth about the cosmos. The more we discover, the more we realize how much remains unknown. It leaves us with one profound question. In the vastness of this infinite universe, what is the true meaning of our existence? Perhaps the answer lies beyond that immense event horizon, a realm where our equations no longer work, our theories fall silent, and the limits of human understanding are reached. And yet, we continue, because humanity has never stopped searching. Perhaps one day, we will uncover how cosmic giants like TON 618 were born, how they evolved over billions of years, and how they may ultimately shape the destiny of galaxies and perhaps even the universe itself. Until that day comes, TON 618 will remain one of the greatest mysteries ever discovered, a magnificent, terrifying, and awe-inspiring cosmic titan that will continue to challenge the limits of human knowledge and imagination for generations to come.